All right, here's the deal. It's almost 6 o'clock and I don't have any dinner. I've been making some bread here. I decided to autolyze my dough for the last few hours, and I better be able to figure out how to make this finish up because I am hungry.
Okay, so when I want to have a loaf of bread for like dinner, or I'll just make a loaf and eat the whole thing, I'll just get out the mixing bowl and throw in 350 grams of white flour, which costs, I think, less than 50 cents. And then I'll add 250 grams of water, and I'll just mix them up and let it sit for a few hours. So, this technique is called the autolyse method, and it's really well known. What you're doing is you're letting the water break down the flour without any salt, without any yeast, and it develops character in the bread and it begins gluten formation. And this is really the way you want to do it because you want a long process. You want to make your bread over a long period of time if you can, if you have the time. All right, so I'm going to have to add some yeast in here and the salt. So if I was just going to add this active dry yeast into the dough, it would kind of work, but it doesn't mix very well, and I don't know if it would be slower. So I want to get it done fast. So what I'm probably going to do is make a little leaven, make my own idea of a leaven mix here. I'm just going to activate some yeast and some water, and then add some flour and mix it into the dough.
Okay,
And this is pretty boring, you watching me make bread. My whole point is I've learned how to do this. Just you could watch other videos, more instructive videos, and it's not hard to do this. It's all flour, water, salt, and yeast, and you cannot screw up. And there are so many ways to recover your loaf, or if you don't have the right time schedule to shift it out later. All right, here's my loaf. So anyway, I baked it at 450, and I use my Dutch oven here, and I preheat that thing, like I said, to 450, and then I use that parchment paper because I throw my dough ball in there, and I'm making this is a boule, I think they call that. So yeah, parchment paper rocks because you could just drop it into that heated cast iron porcelain Dutch oven, and you close the lid on it and you cook it for 15 minutes, and then 30 minutes with the lid off, and it makes that golden brown crust. So here I am cutting it up. I'm going to eat. Actually, amazingly, I only ate half this thing for dinner, and then I had a smoothie and I don't know, some salad or some vegetables. But yeah, bread and butter. See, the crumb structure is pretty good. This is definitely different than the 24-hour rise, but it's pretty fucking damn good. And yeah, about half a loaf with butter tastes so good.